Big D Entertainment, in association with Dipsy Doodle Productions, presents The Dave Holly Hour, brought to you by Trio Jazz Club, Sioux Falls' premier jazz club. Enter as friends, leave as family. Serendipity Studio Gallery and Gifts, Chasers Food and Spirits, Excel Chiropractic, Quality Nails, and the Sioux Falls Arts Council. The Dave Holly Hour features Sioux Empire Arts and Entertainment Conversations. A true lover of arts, entertainment, good food, and fun times, including an occasional Jack Daniels. Okay, so a few Jack Daniels. Here he is, Dave Holly.
As the calendar is now turned to October, the theater season is in full swing. Also, it's Major League Baseball postseason. Many of you know I'm an avid Chicago Cubs fan. Now, some of you might even know that my favorite play in baseball is a triple. We have a triple play for you this week with 3 great conversations. We have the Premier Playhouse Executive Director Oliver Mays to talk about Noises Off that runs this weekend, as well as the upcoming season and changes that have taken place at TPP. Mighty Corson Art players fire up their season opening with the strange case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Director Hope Dunkle and actor India Johnson tell us about the mystery without any spoiler alert. The Goodnight Theater Collective has plenty of shows lined up this season. They celebrated their 10 years last weekend with a gala cabaret. The always energetic Simon Floss was in that show, and he tells us about that experience and what's coming up for him, not just with Goodnight, but also with his band Bangers and Mash. That group will be joining the Vaudies in its November show. But speaking of the Vaudies, our fall fun and frivolity show, 1 week from tonight, it's going to be incredible. Besides myself and my co-host, Miss Emily Wilson, we are having music, magic, comedy, giveaways, new merchandise, and a mini musical in 3 parts. What is that? Well, find out by joining us at the Icon Annex Room Thursday, October 9th, showtime 7:30 p.m. Doors open at 6:45. Tickets are $20 at the door, but save a few bucks by getting advance tickets online at thevaudies.com. It's the word the, then VAUDIES.com. Modern day vaudeville. But first, let's pop the cork on this bubbly little show.
Time to grab your favorite beverage, lift it high, and toast it to being Thursday, a.k.a. Weekend Eve.
Hey, the weekend isn't around the corner, it's here!
So long, hump day in your frumpy way. We say hello to Thursdays with opening nights. The weekend is near and we can see the bright lights. Yes, Thursday, you're so hearty, we can't wait for Friday, so a day early, we start the party.
Doesn't matter what you toast with, as we all have different tastes and different times of the day we listen. I'm having my usual Jasper Newton. That's a Jack Daniels Diet Coke with a lime. You might be drinking water, milk, coffee, tea, beer, wine, or champagne. An energy drink, perhaps? Whatever your beverage of choice is, lift it high and toast to running into old friends that helped guide you in your path. Now, Sunday, I was manning my table at the Music Swap, and Keith Main from Laverne stops and says hello. Keith hired me part-time at KQAD in Laverne while I was still in college. I learned a great deal from him. Now, a few years after college, I returned and worked full-time there. He brought up this podcast and said he likes to take some pride in thinking he was a part of leading me to this. I assured him he could take more than a little credit. Cheers to old friends and their guidance. The Weekend Eve Toast is brought to you by Chasers, West 12th and Ellis Road. Stop in for great food, great beverages, and fun times. Monday nights at 7, we play Dave Holly Hour Trivia. This coming Monday, the theme is going to be Oktoberfest. Beer. Chasers, your neighborhood gathering place. Honorable mention. All right, what made Dave laugh, chuckle, chortle, downright slap my knee silly, or even shed happy tears recently? I tell you what it was. I mentioned, that I was at the Music Swap on Sunday. Yeah, it took place in that. First time I've ever done it. First time that it worked out with the calendar that I have, that I could be a part of it. And what it is, it's mostly music, obviously, hence its name, Music Swap. But it's cool because there's music, there's old 45s, there's vinyl, there's CDs, there's all sorts of fun stuff, and magazines for guitar players, drummers, all of that and more. And by the end, more. If you wanted to get into a podcast, I could have helped you out at my table. That's what I was selling, a bunch of excess gear that I have and so forth. But what was so great about it was seeing the different people that would come, seeing how many vendors there were, and the fact that this is done twice a year. They do it in the spring and then again in the fall. They want to do it kind of like around the time of the end of school and not too much into the beginning of the school year. It was fantastic. And, of course, I ended up still buying a few things. Coming up later in the show, actor, singer, dancer Simon Floss. In the midst of the show, director Hope Dunkle and actor India Johnson. In just a few minutes, TPP Executive Director Oliver Mays on the Dave Holly Hour. Oh, you know what it is this weekend. It's First Friday in downtown Sioux Falls, and you have the opportunity to get a sneak peek of a wonderful new exhibit at Serendipity Studio Gallery and Gifts. Yeah, it's called Freedom and Honor. Be the first to see that new exhibit. And of course, every Saturday, stop by and see what's going on with the Atrium Makers Market. That runs from 10 until 4. The sneak peek, part of the rotational gallery exhibit opening night, is tomorrow night. Get there early, stay a little extra late since they'll be open later than usual. SerendipityStudioSD.com. Have fun, enjoy art, maybe even learn a new skill. Trio Jazz Club is an intimate music venue in the heart of Sioux Falls. It's family-owned and family-run. Ricardo and Mary Beth and the entire staff provide the art of hospitality, while the best local and regional musicians provide the smooth sounds. It's a great vibe with live music Tuesday through Saturday nights. The chefs and mixologists offer an amazing menu and beer and wine lists. Cocktails as smooth as the jazz. Join the club, Trio Jazz Club, across from the Washington Pavilion. Enter as friends, leave as family.
Funny, engaging, connected. He's the entertainment reporter for Sioux Falls. Here's Dave Holly.
Welcome back, everyone. It is always a pleasure to talk Sioux Empire arts and entertainment, and always a pleasure to speak to my friend Oliver Mays, Executive Director of the Premier Playhouse.
Hi, Dave.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and this is always kind of, are you stressed, or is it just that things work so well at TPP that the show that comes out this weekend is ready to rock and roll?
I think we're all more excited. The stress is there, but there's a lot of excitement just in terms of we knew going into this, we didn't have a huge timeline because our summer season ends so close to the beginning of our next season. And so the actors, the team, everyone had to hit the ground running. And so this week, I think we're kind of feeling the benefits of that hard work and the fruits of that labor because it's not the like high tension stress. It's the more like creative problem solving stress of like, okay, how do we fix this? And I kind of always love to see that. And so it's been nice to feel like the energy in this space this week is light and motivated and just more excited than nervous, but
all
like
right.
good nervous.
All right. And we're talking about noises off.
Yes. Sorry. Noises off.
Yeah, well, no, it's always a good lead in to get some fun stuff before we start talking the who, what, when, where, why.
Yeah, exactly.
But let's do that quickly before we move on talking about this show. And so we've got what nights and afternoons?
Yeah. So we are doing Noises Off at the Orpheum Theater Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And Friday is at 7 p.m. as well as Saturday at 7 p.m. And then there's a Saturday and Sunday matinee at 2 p.m. So 4 performances total.
Fantastic. How do people get tickets, etc.?
At the premierplayhouse.com. And just don't forget that's premiere with 3 E's. So an E at the end.
All right. Fantastic. And it will be so well worth it. We ended up getting from TPP the 3-show season tickets. And we'll get to talking about all of that because there's been some changes in the operation and even location of TPP. But let's talk Noises Off.
Yeah.
Give us the crux to this show.
Noises Off is a play within a play. So you get to see, it's written in 3 acts, but we present it in 2 acts for the audience in terms of just getting one actual intermission. But you get to see the director and the actors rehearsing the play, performing the play for an audience, and as well as the backstage antics of a performance. And so I just think it's the perfect community theater show. It's the perfect show for theater lovers to kind of reminisce in the nuances of the chaos of backstage and putting on a show and kind of everything you and I just talked about, that stress that comes into play. And in this production, although we are having a good time on stage, you'll see that they are struggling to get the piece ready for the audience, and that's just a delight to witness.
And I think what I love about this show, and so many that are along this line, is the blocking has to be so precise because you've got people coming in and out of doors and passing and so forth.
Yes.
And, you really can't make too big of a mistake.
Too big of a change.
Right. And so that's, a great part of it.
Great challenge for our actors, too.
Yeah. And what do you like about it? That you said, obviously you just mentioned the fact, perfect community theater play. But what about for Oliver Mays as an artist? What do you love about this?
You actually just mentioned what I love about it, and it's that comedy takes precision. And I love giving staging choreography and specificity and having those nuances. So I've gotten to watch them do that work, but I've also gotten to work with the actors on their intimacy and when they're kissing and physically engaging on stage. And so I've gotten to help with the specificity of that. So as an artist, that is kind of my bread and butter. And so I've loved helping with that. But then just briefly as a patron, I'm excited to be able to laugh my booty off all week and for Sioux Falls to heal through laughter. It's one of those shows where you're not going to laugh ever so often. You're probably going to laugh a lot. And I think we could all use that.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Everybody can.
It's good joy to have.
Yeah. And that's one of the things I love so much about the arts. There's so much joy out there. And, I love the dramas too. I love the musicals. But when I get to see a comedy and can laugh the majority of the time that I'm seated there, I will be a happy person.
Same.
And, the great thing is it brings for the patrons a fun time and hopefully some memories. And for those that are in theater, you actually love it because guess what you got? Another family. And that's such a great thing that I see and how I have, with the minimal parts that I've been in and so forth, but the ability to see all the people and become part of that infrastructure is so great. And I know that there are people that still have chat rooms or chat groups together from plays from 10, 15 years ago, or they get together, and have brunch once a month or something. And it's just a fun part. And
building community, it's a huge part of it.
Exactly, and that's what's great about it. And the fact that, you're going to have fun, you're going to enjoy it, but you're also providing an art form. And it's so appreciative when you hear that applause. And I tell you, I think there have been some great standing ovations at Premier Playhouse.
Yep.
And I wish I were a little bit more mobile to stand up a little more during it, but I usually have to have
your
help.
Energy.
Yeah,
right? And
exactly.
I feel that energy from you.
Yeah, and so we always appreciate seeing a show there. And who's in this that we are going to say, oh, yeah, I've seen them before. And who's in it that we're going to go, oh, I didn't know.
Yeah. A little bit of both. You're going to see familiar faces like Tom Roberts, Casey Custak, Abby Custak. Jessica Graber is in this show, and so she's not new to the theater world, and she's not new to us. She did a show with us a while back, but she's known in the improv world, and she is slaying in this show. So I think that folks should get really excited to see
She
her.
is an amazing actress.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tony Falk as well, who is a familiar face of ours, but new to our main stage. So he's excited about that opportunity. Mo Hurley, a familiar face. Ebony Shanklin, Charlie Ellingson. New to me, but has been in the theater community for a long time and has worked, I think, with Sect in the past. But Harold Gordon is in the show as well. And oh no, I'm probably missing someone. How many people did I say?
I wasn't keeping count. I
was counting. I hope I didn't forget you. I'll say it in a minute if I remember.
All right. Yes. We'll come back to you. It's probably the age thing. Although you're much younger than I am. But Charlie Ellingson even, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Does Charlie get to have a line in this show?
Yes.
All right.
Charlie has lines.
Yay.
Yes.
There we go.
No, he's good. Oh, his audition for the season in general was so good. And then obviously his callback was great for this play. But I was excited to see him land in this role because it just, I felt like he presented himself in a way that was like, you're going to cast me on Noises Off or you're not smart, and so we followed suit.
Yeah. Oh, man, what a list. That's great. And I'm very much looking forward to it. So that's, again, Friday night, Saturday night, 7 p.m. or 7:30? 7. And then Saturday and Sunday, 2 p.m. for the matinees.
Yep.
All right. At the Orpheum.
Yep.
But get your tickets through premierplayhouse.com.
Yeah.
.com. There we go. Yeah. Okay. So we say that because there have been some changes. There have been some things that have taken change in the operational world of TPP and even the location. So let's do the location thing first.
Okay.
All right. So you moved across the street, did you?
We did, yep. We are in the Rock Island building, what we call the Island Studio or the Island Boutique if you're in the front end, because we now have merch and kind of a little display of used costumes and props and things that we don't need anymore that people can buy, borrow, rent. And we're also building a theater library. So lots of exciting things going on over there.
Ooh. That sounds way too tempting for me.
I know. More on that soon. I'm actually very excited about the theater library.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, we moved across there and we're able to host. Our office space is over there. We can have almost all of our rehearsals over there. And we'll be doing small performances there as well. And like educational showcases and a lot of events and just bringing in new forms of arts and culture into that space.
All right. So not your rehearsal, but your audition process also changed.
Yep.
Why? And then kind of give us more detail as to what takes place in that now.
Yeah, that's a great question. That one was hard for me because I enjoy having multiple auditions throughout the year to meet new people and to, in the community theater sense, be able to welcome someone that maybe just walked off the street and moved here. And we've had that where people are like, I saw a sign on the door and I came in and then they end up working with us for a while. And those are some of my proudest moments. But also with the changes we're undergoing and the way that we're operating, we're trying to do more shows with more volunteer and guest artist empowerment. And one of the best ways for us to do that was just to front load the casting of it. So some benefits to that are knowing a lot of shows have overlap. And so people can't be in certain shows at the same time. And so we were already figuring that out in the past, but by auditioning for all the shows at once, we know what the individuals want to put themselves up for and what their strengths are, but also what their preferences are. And then that's able to help us figure that out. And then secondarily, it's been helpful in now we can start costuming the shows that are happening at the end of the year now. There's a lot of things where we didn't get the time and space to do things even maybe as cheaply as we would have wanted to, or as efficiently or as high quality, even though we're always proud of our work. But there's just another level of that. Me, the staff, and the board are always trying to better what our process and then in turn the product. And so that was part of it of like, oh, why not be able to know who is our Edna all season and find the right or build the right dress for that person versus not knowing their size and then having to make that work later. So it's just brought a lot of moving up our conceptualization of shows, and now also casting sooner. We know who's our social media army and our marketing army of like who's going to help us get people to the shows. Whereas when you're casting it 2-3 months ahead of time, that is a very concentrated timeline. So we're trying to just really build like this very creative environment where people are doing things throughout the season. And they're also, because of that, they know that they want to take this class to get ready for that show, or this be a part of this festival to try this class and things of that sort. And then lastly, we thought it was the best way to collaborate with our community partners that are also doing theater. So Goodnight, Monstrous, everyone, we all have kind of different audition processes, but we've been talking about how can we start to like not unify that, but make it work more in tandem with each other. And I thought that that was one step that we could take to help, since like Goodnight and other folks do cast more in advance. It might help people put out like more honest, authentic like answers of intentions of what they want to do or what, you know, and figuring out their spot in a season or in shows a lot sooner versus maybe trying to figure out conflicts that we weren't expecting to figure out, or trying to figure out which show someone's going to do. Just avoiding all those like conversations that if they happen early are great, but if they happen late can become messy.
With the advance of knowing you're going to be playing role X in 6 months versus a couple of months, are you expecting people to be off book sooner?
Yes. No, that is part of it. Like, not like, oh, you better come memorize, but there's a couple of things. They're being cast sooner. They're going to, except for the first 2 shows, are getting their content sooner, their materials. And there will be an expectation of just coming with more preparedness, because like for the main stage rehearsal process, we're removing 1 day from the rehearsal schedule, but we're also spreading out the rehearsal schedule. So you'll notice that some of our shows will rehearse for longer, but less days a week. And that is a way of trying to accommodate schedules and make it seem more flexible. But the only way we can do that is if people come prepared knowing their material. Because I think, you know, Dave, we're a little extra and we like to put all the extra sauce in the staging and on the shows. And that's really only possible. We tell them, you know, like, let's arrive here and have fun. And how we do that is we memorize our songs in the car or wherever we need to, and make sure we know them so that the time together is productive.
Yeah. All right. And so let's talk about the season, because as I mentioned earlier, my wife and I bought at this point the 3 tickets for the shows at the Orpheum. But you have more than 3 shows.
Yep, we do.
And you're going to be using the facility at the Icon quite a bit.
Correct.
Yes. And so how did that part come about?
That's a great question. Honestly, we've been experimenting with and collecting data on our programming in terms of performances and classes. So our community classes, which you've been a part of, our passion project, just all those things that are maybe out of the ordinary and not related to the main stage series. We've been trying to cultivate what is the right recipe for the community. What do they need? What is serving everyone best? And we started to figure out some of those ingredients and wanted to act upon them. And so we were looking to diversify what types of performances we offered in terms of size of venue, but also seating and like audience perspective setup and things of that sort. So we're really great at putting on a proscenium show on the main stage in the Orpheum Theater, but we want to allow our artists to explore spaces that are in the round or maybe thrust, and something called traverse, which is what we're doing for American Idiot. So moving into the Icon, it's letting us collaborate with them on bringing like a fine dining, what we call downtown dinner theater experience to some of these shows, but it's also simultaneously allowing us to enter a space where through partnership, they're allowing us to transform the space. So we're not just going to be going in there and putting up a platform and putting on a show. These shows all the shows are set up differently. and have a different like audience map and have a really interesting semi-immersive like quality to them, whether it's that you're sitting very close to the actors or you are amidst them or something of the sort. But they are supposed to give a completely different underground experience.
Will you be utilizing more than one space in there? I know that, you know, because of Downtown Dinner Theater, they've got Dada for dining there. And will they all be in that section, or will you also be using their event center side?
That is another great question. So if and when we continue this partnership in the years to come, that can and will always change. But this season, the meal experience is on the Dada side, and then the performance experience is in the event hall. And so that is like intentional, that every show has that same experience. But then every show, when you walk into the performance space, is set up differently. And so your perspective there will change.
What's the rest of the season after this weekend?
So after Noise is off, we have American Idiot in the Icon in November for the Underground series. We also have INU in the Icon for the Underground series, which is a 2-person play. And that's this year's passion project, which is directed by Carly Terrell. And then we have the premieres, which is part of the artist development series. And that will be in our new Rock Island studio when it is ready as a performance space. Very exciting. March is Head Over Heels at the Icon. May is Death of a Salesman at the Icon. I skipped April for some reason. April is Hairspray at the Orpheum. And June is Legally Blonde at the Orpheum. In between those, we have Karaoke Showdown. We have Premiere Sings Queen. We have Rocky Horror Singing Shadowcast. We have all of our what we call performance events, and those are all attached to either the Underground or Artist Development series. And so those are supplemental experiences that are a lot cheaper that are also throughout those months. So things that are free, $5, $10, etc., for kind of that nightlife experience.
Premieres. What stage are we at and so forth? Have the shows been...
They've been selected.
They've been selected.
The people that are selected are finding out this week, actually.
Oh,
so
wow.
Probably like they will know once this is up, I would say. So I can't say who it is yet. But we're doing the festival a little bit later than we've done it in the past. It's the weekend of October 25th. So beginning tomorrow, you'll start getting blasted online about karaoke and the festival and all the fun like community theater things in October. And that's when people will find out the titles. But we have 4 semifinalists. The festival is on Saturday, the 25th. It will be similar, but also like some differences. And I think the type of material that folks will get to witness is going to be very exciting. And what else can I say? Yeah. And then once we do that, we'll move into the selection process for the actual premieres.
All right. So the festival will be the readings then?
Correct. Yeah.
Like
continuing with the readings and the adjudicator feedback and the audience participation.
Right.
Just continuing to, like, this time it might feel a little bit more celebratory, social in combination with the performance component.
All right. So when is the deadline to submit one for next year?
Oh, that's a great question. Let me figure that out right now. Well, it'll be in the summer. It'll be in June or July. I don't know the exact date, but it will be. It's always at the close of the season. And then we do the selection process over the summer for the semifinalists.
All right. Fantastic. Anything else we need to cover?
We are announcing all of our class schedule. So take a look at our website and our social media. We now have classes coming up in cabaret and commercial music, acting, directing, stage management, design. So that's really exciting. And then we're continuing our workshops, but we will be referring to a lot of those as what we call premiere pop-ups. So you will get that's a menu of classes that will constantly be added to, that will be taught by guest artists and resident artists. In just various things that maybe we don't do in-house, but that we know the community wants in terms of dance or lighting design and sound and things like that.
Yeah, and they are fun to go to and even fun to teach.
Yes, thank you, Dave. The community classes are for the community, and we just love doing them.
All right, you have been a guest several times, so you now get a different question at the end of this conversation.
Nice. Okay.
And the latest one I'd like to ask is, what's your spirit animal?
Ooh. My spirit animal. I want to say my spirit animal is a panda. I don't know why I went straight to a panda, but yeah.
I like it because our grandson loves pandas.
Yeah. I just think because
I've always thought pandas are pretty cool too.
Yeah, they've got a specific aesthetic.
Yes.
The black and the white, but they're calm energied. They take control, but they also make you feel warm and fuzzy.
Yeah. They just have this like, this is all a great world, isn't it? You don't see a panda going, oh man, I got to get this done.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe I strive to be a panda.
All right. Oliver Mays, thank you so much, my friend.
Thank you, Dave.
And we'll be back with more of the Dave Holly Hour in just a moment. I tell you, the music is endless when it comes to Trio Jazz Club in Sioux Falls. It's a wonderful place. Have a great drink while you listen to some fantastic music. This Friday night, Latitude Ensemble. It's a vibrant musical group based in Sioux Falls, dedicated to celebrating and sharing the rich tapestry of Latin American music.
Ladies, when it's time to give your nails some love, get that extra special treatment from Quality Nails on South Minnesota Avenue in Sioux Falls. Manicures and pedicures that look great and make you feel fantastic.
Oh, goodness.
Zaya and Tony provide professional care for your hands and feet, whether you just want the basics or an extra special look with added flair. Oh, and guys, it's okay to treat yourself too.
6:30
Quality Nails.
9.
Call for an appointment. 605-334-1463.
Just some of the words that come to mind when Etta and friends perform live on the Trio stage. Next Tuesday, our Linda Peacock, artist and musician experimenting with many types of sounds, vibing and healing through love and music. She started singing and playing the piano at a young age. It's a 6:30 show, Tuesday night, October 7th, and then Wednesday night, Dan Mahar. He's going to be having two shows, 6:30 and 8:15. He learned to write and play by doing it on the job training, if you will. He does this in honky tonks, bars, dance halls, ballrooms of Illinois, Wisconsin, Iowa, Minnesota, South Dakota, North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, Nebraska, and God knows where else. He has, again, those two shows, 6:30 and 8:15 p.m., Wednesday, October 8th. Find out more what's going on at Trio Jazz Club by going to triojazzclub.com to get your tickets.
He's a bit flirtatious, but most of all, fun. Once again, here's Dave Holly.
Welcome back, everyone. Oh, I must say it because I wrote it into my own contract, and I'm, the person that takes care of all that and pays myself nothing. But it is always a pleasure to talk to Empire Arts and Entertainment. This is going to be fun because I have a returning guest and a brand new guest. So returning is Hope Dunkle.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good.
Glad to hear that. And India Johnson, welcome.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, great to have you here for the first time on this show. And you're both together here because MCAP has a show starting tomorrow night.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. The Strange Case. Did I say it right?
Yes.
Yes, The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So many of us are aware of the book and so forth. What are we going to find out differently in this then?
So that was, as a literature nerd myself, that was a big thing a big question I wanted to tackle while I was directing the show and coming up with my vision. So this, Noah Smith, the playwright, has a very unique take on adapting the novella, because in the novella, Utterson is the main character and he's the perspective we follow through the entire book, Whereas in his play, we follow Jekyll and Hyde in the first act and then Utterson in the second act. But along with that change in perspective, I also wanted to lean more into the fear of the unknown rather than the original mystery in the novella, which was, who is this Hyde fellow and how is he involved with Jekyll? We all know that Jekyll and Hyde are the same person, and Noah Smith even addressed that in his playwright note. So I really took and wanted to establish a tension with the play that we are working with and the energy in that. So rather than finding out specifically like the mystery being who is Hyde and who is Jekyll and how are they related, it's more what is happening next. Is someone going to get hurt? If so, who? When are they going to find out the mystery? When are they going to resolve the tension?
Yeah. India, what part do you play?
I played the role of Helen O'Neill, which is actually a character that's not in the original book. My character and Macy's character are not in the book, but they both play a very important part in the whole Jekyll and Hyde mystery.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask it. I don't know. But I was told long time ago, never be afraid to ask a stupid question.
Yeah.
Even if you know it's a stupid question.
Yeah.
Do you have one person playing Jekyll?
Yes.
And one Hyde?
Yeah.
Or one playing both?
They are both played by the same person.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is.
All right. Good. So you're sticking to that then.
Yes.
Didn't have to worry about finding a twin.
Nope. No, thank goodness.
And so, again, who's playing?
Woodland Smith.
Woodland Smith. Okay. And how does he approach it in terms of the dual characters?
Oh my gosh.
I was like, where do we begin?
Yes, no, okay. So with all my actors, they have all been such a great joy to work with. And they all do certain things that I just really love, both for the character that they're playing and bringing to life, but also them as an actor themselves. With Woodland, he has, throughout the course of the rehearsal process, he has brought such a deliberate nuance to when he's playing Hyde versus when he's playing Jekyll. Like, we worked a little bit on like the physicality differences and the voices, but it all started because he initiated it. So he came in, he had an explicit idea of who Hyde was, who Jekyll was, and we just built off of that in connection to the source material of the novella and the source material of the play itself. And as we've been going, he's really worked on kind of blurring the lines between the two characters in ways that, like, we had our first, like on Monday, our first tech rehearsal, I caught a new moment of nuance and I literally like screamed. And I talked to him afterwards. I was like, that was so sick. And the fact that all my actors are still finding new things on Tech Week, it's just such a joy.
Yeah, that's unusual. But, I'm sure much enjoyed by yourself and probably the others too.
Well, I mean, yeah, like even I as an actor, like on stage while acting, can see Woodland just kind of do that. And I'm like, that's new.
New and good.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing if it's new and bad.
Oh, yeah, of
New
course.
and good is mucho better.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt about that. So what's it take in terms of putting this particular show together? How are we going to see, because, you know, those of us especially that are familiar with MCAP and that wonderful little theater, and then maybe from the perspective of somebody that's never been there before too. But what are we going to say? Ooh, this was well done.
Ooh, okay. So with set design specifically, Corson is known for taking its small space and transforming it into a completely new environment. This show is no different, but it's slightly to the left of what you might anticipate an MCAP set to look like. I specifically chose the design for its versatility. I'm not going to say what because I don't want to spoil it.
Don't want to spoil.
But I chose the design I did specifically for its versatility and also breaking the MCAP norm, quote unquote. And with the show specifically, this is our first time working with the new lights that we got. We got a new board last summer, but this year over the summer we got like brand new, like full LEDs, like updated to work with that new board, and it was glorious to see all those lights.
I was going to say yesterday during tech, the lights really do bring a whole lot more to the story, especially in certain moments.
Yeah, and you think of that, you just think of the darkness of the story to begin with, and that, okay, so we're not going to be like bright sunshine rainbow in this, are we?
No.
And that's always such a great thing. And who are the techs for this show? Who's doing lights? Who's doing sound? Besides Hope?
It's me and Sean. So I'm light designing. Sean and I are sound designing. Logan helped me get started with light designing by like, here's how we patch things. Here's how we focus things. And I found as a director, especially at MCAP where I like get to do this because the space is so small. I very much like to be involved in all the elements. So I was like, yeah, I'll just light design it because I was like, it'll be easier to translate the picture I have in my head to the board itself instead of trying to say the picture to someone else and then them try and put it in the board. And then I'm like, oh, I don't know how else to say it, but it's so close. But yeah, I was just, so MCAP kind of kept it, quote unquote, in-house for this one. But we're, cool, pretty simple.
India,
Yes.
You've been on other stages as well.
Yes.
What's it like to be on the MCAP stage? What do you appreciate that?
I've said it to multiple people. I'll say it here. I've never had a bad time on the NCAP stage.
Yeah.
It's small and intimate, but I kind of like it that way. With my last show when playing Hamlet, I was on the stage the entire time. And there's such a vulnerability to it, and I kind of like it because it gets you closer to the audience in a way. And of course, like, I'm surrounded by a bunch of cool people who make me laugh and make me happy. So, I mean, it's always just a good time.
I do have to know, because I've been in some offshoot things there, and I do know that there is a tradition in the green room and down in the dressing room.
Yes.
The limericks.
Oh, yeah, the limericks.
They still exist?
Yes, they do.
Wonderful.
Actually,
wonderful.
I found out last show that there's more than one book.
Oh, yes, there is. That's wonderful. But what do you do? I'm going to ask Cindy this first, from the actor side then. What do you do when you're preparing for this role? And when you're getting ready, it's like, you know what? You've been in rehearsals, you're into tech now, and you got the show starting tomorrow night. What's going to get you ready?
Well, I think in general, like, throughout the rehearsal process, I kind of figure out line delivery first and then worry about all the other stuff. And Hope knows this. Like, I struggled a lot with body language with my character Helen because she's awkward. She's really awkward. And considering the time period it takes place and considering how much of an outsider Helen is, spoilers, Helen's American.
You didn't have to work on an accent, huh?
Not really. A little bit, though. But yeah, so I'm learning all of that. And I think just practice. That's
Do you have any pre-show routine that you go through?
No, actually.
Wow. Yeah. You don't particularly, put in the AirPods and go, I always listen to this before I go on stage.
No, I actually, if anything, the interacting with fellow castmates just calms me down a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Hope, in terms of getting them ready.
Yeah.
How long has the rehearsal process been?
6 weeks.
Wow.
Tech week is our 6th week.
Yeah.
So,
and you go out there tomorrow night and you cross your fingers and do whatever you can to bring good
some good vibes and say break a leg.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I almost did, of course, in one time outside.
Oh, yeah. I definitely think with this rehearsal process, I've discovered something that I started learning when I directed my senior show, Finding Godot, back in February. But with this show, now that I'm working with like people who are all literally older than me, one of my greatest strengths as a director, I think, is coming from like emotional awareness. Because there was a rehearsal like during like last week where it was like Thursday, and I look up and I'm like, "Hi guys," and it looks like all of my actors are like would rather just lay on the floor and take a nap. And I was like, you know what? We can sacrifice 20 minutes of our run. Let's do a check-in. And then so we all like checked in, like how we were feeling and all that jazz. And then they proceeded to run Act 2 in a way that literally left me and Sean in tears.
Oh yeah, Sean cried.
Yeah, we were
SS2, I call him.
Yes. My amazing stage manager. So I mean, you can feel free to like fact check me, but I'd like to think that a bit of my style is motivational speaker.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, you always like try and keep everything positive and lighthearted. And I think, your directing process, making sure everybody's ready, is actually been very good. Especially with off book day was actually hilarious because you had us face the wall and you said something and we said it back and you were just like, off book day does not define me as an actor or something like that. You know, I am doing a good job. Something like that. Yep. And I thought that was actually really great.
Yay, I'm glad. That was, So fun things like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So an interesting approach.
Yeah.
Yes. And besides that fun part then, India, what is Hope like to work with, you being the actor, her being the director?
I actually enjoy it a lot. The vibes are pretty good. Yeah. I mean, it feels like I'm being directed by one of my close friends. That's what it feels like. And I know we don't really know each other that well, but that's just kind of the vibe.
How it comes off, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I feel like I'm always surrounded by my close friends with the cast in general. Just like
for a few seconds there, you had done something I don't think I've ever done, and many people probably haven't done. Hope looked speechless. She had her mouth open like, and
I am going to be riding that high unironically for the rest of the day.
There you go. Yeah, you got to run with him, right?
Yeah. No
Hey, before we talk more about it, let's tell people in terms of where it is, show times, dates, how we get tickets.
Awesome. Okay, so it's at the Mighty Chorus and Art Players Theater, just off of the Brandon exit 406 on I-90. Performances are October 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 10th, 11th, 12th. The 5th and the 12th are matinees at 2:30. The other four performances are at 7:30. House opens half hour before those times. And you can buy tickets at on our website, mightycorson.com/box office.
I think you can also buy up front too.
Yes, you can also buy up front. If you buy your tickets ahead of time, though, we're running a special with, oh my goodness, it's like the Boiling Point. It's a restaurant in Brandon where if you show them proof of purchase for your tickets, you get $5 off your meal.
Yeah, the 212, right?
Yeah, 212.
Okay, well, that's awesome too.
Yeah.
And if you need something else, right next door.
Yep, absolutely.
Now, I'm curious about this. I've had a tradition with many of the directors at MCAP. The night that I'm there, prior to the show, we go over and have a shot.
That sounds lovely.
Doesn't it though?
Yeah.
Are you game, Hope?
Like we go over and take a shot.
Yeah, we go over and take a shot right before the show starts.
I'll do the shot with water.
Okay.
I actually had my first shot ever on opening night of Smallmouth Sounds. It was after the show, and like Dakota bought us all around, and I take it. It's a green apple shot, and I'm like, I'm with friends. I feel safe because I don't drink alcohol very often. This was my first shot ever, and I take the shot, but it takes the entire table, and it's like 5 guys all coaching me through taking the shot. I take the shot and cut 5 minutes later, my head is on the table.
Oh no.
I like Bluetooth disconnected. So like I cannot hold a shot. So I'm and I have to give the pre-show speech. So because the MCAP president is backstage as an actor and the vice president is in the tech booth. So I'm the only other board member that's 100% going to be there every night. So I gotta, so that'll be fine. But yeah, I'll do it.
Well, okay. You can have a water.
Yeah.
And I'll have my usual then.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
I love that.
Yeah. Indy, what are you looking forward to most about this particular show?
Honestly, this is like, I'm interested in what the audience thinks because there's a lot of action.
Mm-hmm.
Can I say that?
Yes,
yeah,
you can.
I can. There's a lot of action, a lot of unexpected action, and there are certain choices that some characters make, but also like the actors have put their little twist into it that have even left me speechless. I'm just like, what is going on back on stage, you know? So, yeah, I'm excited to hear about the audience's reaction.
Well, I have the feeling it'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
I've never been disappointed, at least to my own self. I have not been disappointed with an MCAP show ever.
Honestly, neither have I.
Yeah, and, and there's been, that's the one thing about MCAP. Now some of the smaller companies are doing the really edgy things, but you tend to do things aside from the big show that everybody knows. And that's always a fun part of it too. And I think it works so well specifically in that theater because of the intimacy of it.
Yep.
And you are so close. In fact, I think we're front row so Richard can stretch his legs out.
Yeah.
And it's just, even if you're in the back row, you're still close and you're going, this is kind of cool. And you get sucked into it, and then you get sucked into the story and you're along with it. And is this going to be one of those, Hope? You said you don't want to give any, won't tell us what happens, but will the audience be able to get this at the end? Will they be along going,
I think so.
Okay. All self-detectives here,
Yeah. Our actors are doing a very good job of like bringing their characters and even like bringing the subtext to the forefront of their face. And we've been working a lot on like energy and like the whole overarching story. As a director, the big picture for me is the energy flow and how this translates as a story with like a beginning, a middle, and end. Where's the rising action? Where's the falling action? And so I've been talking to them a lot about that and like establishing, especially because this is such a like intense drama, like breaths, like spots where it's like we were ramping and ramping and ramping and ramping, and suddenly we take a slower moment. So we've been working really hard on that, and I'd like to think we'll get to the end and we'll get that final picture, and the audience is going to go, there's a choice there. Yeah.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to it, and I know many people as well. And hopefully the MCAP faithful will be out there and get some new faces in there as well in that audience, and see, all the people that are involved, and be thankful that there's a small community theater as well as the others that are in the area.
Yeah.
And I wish you both the best. Now, Hope, many-time guest, you know that Dave always asks a fun question at the end.
Yep.
And I think you've gone on enough that I think you've met all of them. So I'm going to have to think of one for you here in a moment, which allows me then, since India's first time, that I get to ask her.
Ooh.
All right. It's one, possibly two questions.
Okay.
I always used to say two, but then people took it differently.
Oh, yeah.
And so sometimes one covers it.
Yeah.
All right. When you are not part of the arts and entertainment scene, what do you like to be entertained by?
Ooh. That is a good question.
I get in one per interview.
I usually find my entertainment, for the most part, movies. Jackson loves showing me movies because he's a movie guy, and I never really grew up listening to movies. Listening to movies. Wow, seeing movies. Holy crap!
Welcome to the 1930s, and your radio program is brought to you by.
So he shows me a lot of movies, usually ones that I haven't seen, and then D&D is basically theater away from theater, and Jackson and Christian are always doing something like that. And then besides that, the big entertainment, what I would consider vacations, I love going to concerts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live music, good for the soul.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Any other hobbies?
A lot of my friends that I currently have don't know, but if you've known me for like 5+ years, I actually used to draw and paint a lot. That's kind of what I was known for until I got myself back into the theater scene. So, yeah. All
right. Well, it's been a great time having you on this show. Certainly appreciate you taking the time out and break a leg tomorrow night. All right, Hope.
Yeah. Yep.
I had a little thing going through me.
Okay.
Right here, it's going to be Hope.
Yeah.
If you could play any instrument that you don't play, what would it be?
Ooh, okay.
Wait, hold on. You play a lot of instruments?
No, but
no. Oh,
no.
Figured it might be a chip shot for her.
Oh, well,
yeah. So a fun fact about me is I can play the piano by ear.
Mm-hmm.
I inherited that from my grandpa, Bobby Williams. So I took piano lessons, so that's the one instrument I can play. But if I could pick an instrument that wasn't that, I would probably do the drums.
Yeah. Keep it in the rhythm.
Yep.
All right. Hey, both of you, thank you so much. Best wishes to MCAP throughout the season.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll be back with more of the Dave Holly Hour in just a moment.
Dr. Perry Langston and Dr. Corey Tooney know excellence is in you. That's why they provide you with excellent care at XO Chiropractic, improving your overall health in spirit, body, mind, and will. Get results the natural way. Arrange a consultation, 605-332-9235 or exokairos.com. Excellent care for excellent people. XO Chiropractic, located at 4309 South Racket Drive in Sioux Falls.
The Dave Holly Hour, like eavesdropping on a great conversation between two very interesting people.
Welcome back, everyone. It is always a pleasure to talk Sioux Empire Arts and Entertainment. It has been a long time since I've been able to have this guy on the show, but I think this is what, your third appearance?
Yes, third appearance.
Third time Charlie then.
Yeah.
Except no, it's not Charlie.
I was just going to say, he's not here eating my shoelaces this time. You know?
No, he's outside.
Eating shoelaces there.
Yeah, recuperating from having some shots today. So yeah, feel for him. But he's getting plenty of love and attention, and that's what he likes. But Simon Floss is back.
Great to be here, Dave.
Yeah, great to have you as well.
You said episode 293.
That's right.
You're nearing 300.
That I am.
Yeah. What do you got planned? That's got to be a big one. I'm sure you're going to have a huge birthday party or something.
I had a huge party last year.
Yes, I remember at the
Alliance.
Yes, yeah. Yep.
Because it coincided. It was the 5th anniversary. And it was episode 250. So we had a good thing that night. This year,
that was really
next Friday, October 10th, will be the 6th anniversary. And the way I have it tabbed out right now, it's going to be the Thursday before Thanksgiving will be number 300.
Okay.
And I just keep having this thing rolling through the alleys of my mind. 300's a perfect bowling score. I don't know.
No, wait. Are you saying you'll be done after 300?
Oh, no.
No. Okay.
Not
That's
even
what I
close.
thought you were going to say or you were hinting at. And I was don't release that right now on air.
No. Although the lovely Carrie, Miss Carrie's, does ask often, how long do you think you're going to go on it? And I got to thinking about this because I just did a commercial spot for the PPP.
Oh, cool.
They're doing some pre-show stuff with audio, and I did it for the podcast to promote it. And I went through like the fact that in this time frame, in 6 years, I've talked to over 400 individual guests.
Wow.
And had around 750 total arts conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is, that new list of individuals keeps growing because I keep going to things and finding new talent. And it's like, oh, got to have this person on. Or I actually have the original list of about 50 people that I wrote down.
Really?
There's still half of those I haven't gotten around to.
You're joking.
No, I am not.
Who are some of the people?
I can't even tell it off the top of my head right now, but I still have it, and I look at it. Wow.
You're like, oh, man.
Yeah. And then,
there's just so many talented people here.
That is the thing, isn't it? It is
the thing.
I am, we both grew up in Northwest Iowa.
Oh, yeah.
And, I've been driving up here, now living here for 25 years, but drove up, rode along with mom and dad for many years too. But then when I got my license and could drive up here, the population sign said 68,000. And now we're 219, 220 something.
Like that. Yeah.
And probably in another year, I wouldn't be surprised if we're 225.
Yeah.
The way that everything's growing.
Well, someone who would know would be the incredible Maren Engel, because she works for the city. She's the arts coordinator.
We can. So I refer to her as the art czar.
What? Oh, yes,
the arts czar. Yeah.
She. We can't say it because it'll go right to her head, but she is a lovely person and a dear friend.
She is. But in that growth, because for a long time, it was. You came up here and you went to a movie theater.
Yeah. Or the mall.
Yeah, or the mall. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Or maybe once a year you saw the symphony for the Christmas show.
Yes. Yeah.
Something along that line.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really see art. Didn't really experience art. But I kind of credit Jim Clark when he started the sculpture walk.
Yeah.
And not far, about the same time as the pavilion coming to town, and how things have grown because, you sit there and go, oh, this is great. We've got this nice place. And you talk about how big it is and things like that. But what's come from it are all the little offshoots.
Oh, man. Yeah.
The art galleries, the places where you can display your art, the places where you can put on a play.
Yeah.
Or just play guitar for a night solo.
And now, there's like new art halls being I believe it's Norse, which is run by Joe Schaefer and Cody.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so cool to see the growth. But it's funny, as you were like saying the sculpture walk, I was like thinking of that as you were saying it, because I was like, every year there's always fresh new art that comes, and it's like that's such a great Saturday to see all the new sculptures.
And the classes that we now have. Serendipity, one of the sponsors of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Alex, that works there as the manager, also puts on different classes. Carrie and I have taken part in a couple of them already and just absolutely love them. The Premier Playhouse has lots of educational things, usually on a Saturday and so forth.
What a cool thing that they're doing.
And it's so great to see that. But, talking about the offshoots then, and that's one of the reasons you're here, is because there was a little group that came out 10 years ago and didn't know what to expect when they put on a cabaret. Good Night Theater.
Yeah.
And you are a part of that, and you were fantastic, as was all the rest of the cast and crew in the Good Night Theater Collective's 10th anniversary gala.
Yeah, the Decade Gala Cabaret.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That, well, for those who don't know, we're recording this on a Tuesday, and we closed the show last Friday. And I did stay kind of busy over the weekend, but excuse me, the now is when I'm really feeling. I don't know if you experience this after Vaughty's shows or other people performing the post show blues, where you're and I'm very sad it's over, because you just put your heart and soul into something, and then and you do it nightly for I don't know how long, and then all of a sudden it's done. But that's also the beauty of it. It's so ephemeral, excuse me.
We'll add an extra syllable. And you're just drinking water. I'm the one with Jasper Newton over here.
I just tried to combine two words, is all. But yeah, that was what an honor to be cast in that show. And alongside just
a handful of beautiful female human beings,
and just the most talented people. I think the show was I would have to look it up, but it was the longest cabaret that that Good Night has done. Normally it's 2 45-minute acts, and I think this one, each act was a little bit over an hour, and so there's more music, and I'd have to look, but there was 21 numbers that had choreography or some kind of movement, so it was just a lot for all of us to work through, but man, we speaking for myself, and I feel comfortable speaking for everybody else in that show too, everybody was just so honored to be cast in that, and to be part of the celebration of 10 years of Good Night. And you were in attendance. I'm sure you couldn't tell. I was just having the time of my life up there. You
could tell.
Yeah, I know. One of my good friends, Grace Dummett, afterwards said to me,
love Grace.
I know, she's the best. She is the best. She said to me that she was it looked like there was nowhere else that you would rather be when you were up there. And that couldn't be more true. I was just having the time of my life up there with dear trusted friends and fellow performers, and I can't say enough good things about it. I was so honored to be cast in that, and how do you, I think maybe we were putting pressure on ourselves, because how do you perform all these numbers to rightfully celebrate Good Night the way that it deserves?
Well, and not only that, but a lot of you were singing songs you didn't sing in anything prior in Good Night, because there was just a handful of cast that was making up for 60 plus people probably that have performed in cabarets there. And so that was awesome. And to see how you also put your own spin on it. And I loved it. I loved it. The music. Is there anywhere we can find a playlist of that?
Yes, I believe
there is.
I believe it's on Spotify, actually.
Okay.
They do the
because there were some numbers I'd forgotten.
Yeah.
And so forth, and they come back and they just grab you in the chest and go.
It was so cool to have a live band's take on Luke's originals,
True.
And all the credit in the world to Luke, and then Matt Morrison too, for putting those together, and it sounded so great. we changed one of Luke's songs, She's a Witch, from like literally like a symphony to basically like a hard rock song. And that went hard. Like, it was just so cool everything about it was really, really fun. I would do that show 100 times in a row.
Yeah.
I really had the time of my life.
How many shows have you done for Good Night?
Oh man, I don't know. I would say, I've been around since 2018, which is season 3. And then I've always done at least like 2 to 3 shows per season. So, I'm not quite great at math, but I'd say it's maybe in like Luke would probably know. If he's listening, Luke, can you text me how many I've been in? I mean, it's got to be like 15 to maybe 20. 20 might be pushing it, but yeah. So
still a good number.
Yeah. I wouldn't trade it for the world. It's such a huge integral part of my life, and that community is, I couldn't be more thankful for it.
Well, and people don't understand.
It's how we met each other.
Yeah, exactly. And what's interesting is, a lot of people just don't realize what goes into it.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Because, and especially for Good Night, let's just say Good Night, my goodness. Yeah. They have basically a show a month. And each one of those shows is how many weeks of rehearsals?
I know. Yeah. It just, it feels
There's
like
a lot of overlapping, and people are in a show and they're rehearsing for another.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Which actually is kind of like, so last night, Bob, Luke, Wade, Haley, Marin, and I all just got together because there was like a group chat that started, and Bob was like, hey, does anybody want to like hang out and catch up? Because it's like, yeah, we're all like, and this is every theater person in the world would say this too. It's like everybody's always in a show. So it's like unless you're in a show with them, oftentimes it's difficult to see each other. And so
try scheduling a Vaudi show.
Oh man, I do not envy you.
Well, did you hear the reason that we did not perform on the same night?
No, I don't believe so.
And moved our show to next week?
No, I don't think so.
Because my wife said she would go to your show. Yes.
Well, I don't know if an apology is in order, but
no. Don't worry, because it actually worked out better. Seems to happen that way. So, but speaking of the Vaudis, oh my, there's this band that for the past couple of years has become hot in Sioux Falls. Bangers and Mash.
Bangers and Mash, baby. Thank you for saying we're hot. I would say we're just, we know how to work.
Well, no matter what, you always sweat a lot. So whatever you're doing is hot.
Yeah. Right back at you, my friend. We're really excited. And we're doing the November 13th show, which is going to be Christmas themed, right?
Yep.
So actually a couple of years ago, we did there was always like a big Christmas themed rock show at Dada.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the name of it. I think it was put on by Slayer, a band that used to be around.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. And we learned some like Christmas numbers, and so we might like reprise those for this, and then learn some new ones too. And so,
well, on that particular show, because of the size of the band and what you'll need and everything, we're moving from the annex then to the event center.
Wow.
Which means we'll have room for a whole bunch of more people. And I'd at least like to give each of you $10 after the show.
Well, we don't need to be paid. The payment is hanging out with you, my friend.
You are well too kind on that one. But we're looking forward to it. Having you guys in it and so forth. And I don't know. Do you know who Jeff Gould is? America's Storyteller.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, yeah.
He does the Christmas show that runs from day after Thanksgiving to Christmas Eve on. I think he's on KTWB this year, maybe.
Okay.
No,
sure.
No, Kello FM. I'm not even sure what station it will be, but Jeff does that, and he also puts on his own Christmas show.
Oh, cool.
Like 3-4 times during the holiday season. And last year, he was in our show and did this beautiful thing with a candle and readings. But last year in his Christmas show, he had a skit that has to be seen by others as well. And it's basically, he creates a Hallmark movie with about 6 or 7 people up on stage.
Wow.
And they just take a particular sheet out of their pocket of envelopes, and then it all comes down to, and they live happily ever after for the most part. It's just an absolute riot because it's such a great part of telling you, this is what you see every night for 25 nights on a Hallmark or something. So just secured that today.
Nice. We'll
fun. Be doing that. Yeah. And so that's a great part.
What a fun idea.
And we're going to, I think we're thinking, because of you guys, we'll call it Rockin' the Holidays.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right. And let's see.
Pretty fitting.
And then Mr. Womack from up in Brookings.
Yeah.
He's going to be the comedian that night.
Oh, fun.
Jacob is awesome.
Yeah, I've only seen him one time, but
I've only seen him one time as well, and it said, get this kid. He's got to be in Vaudies. Mr. Twister's going to join us again, like he did last year.
And this is loaded.
It is
star-studded.
It is. It's going to be amazing. And then,
how long can we perform for? We're ready to do 5 hours.
We'll take
4.5.
Yeah.
No, I mean, we just primarily, perform at bars, and bars want you to play from 9 to 1 a.m. And so through the course of just, learning all those bar sets and then learning more music, we're up to like 4.5, 5 hours. So,
oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, well,
I always got a song going in my head, I guess.
We'll probably be looking like at, half hour.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah.
I was trying to figure out the percentage in my mind. And I was like,
should we dress up?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay. All right.
Of course.
Yeah. I was going to say maybe.
Now, we will probably do, we will have you guys, obviously, as the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
But I don't think there's any way that we can top you. So the cast call at the end will be just a simple type thing. But, I don't know. They're forgot this.
You might have to join us for a number. I know you've got a singing voice.
That's
I know
a possibility.
You do.
I'll think of that, because I was going to do my favorite Christmas song, Christmas Waltz.
Oh, yeah.
But Mr. Clinton's store is in store to do that.
Clinton, I tell you what. That's going to be amazing.
There's, this is just audio here, and I don't, eventually I'll get the video, but there should be a cologne off between you and Clinton.
Sorry to clap right into the microphone.
You both.
That man
smells so good.
Thank you, Dave. I think he's got me beat, but I don't know
he about
really
in quantity though. he might be a little bit more subtle, because one of the things that Carrie said at the Goodnight Theater Collective 10th year gala was, Simon just went past.
Why would you be subtle when you could be loud?
It's true.
That's my motto in life. Why would you be a little when you could be a lot?
Exactly.
But that's just me.
You know what? You're the third person. Well, the third conversation on this particular Dave Holly hour.
Plus, talked about cologne.
You are basically the bonus listening for this one. We'll call this one like a Dave Holler. The Dave 90.
Yeah.
But it's always so damn fun talking to you.
Oh man, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Other things coming up?
So, I have about a month off in between shows, and then, or at least between like rehearsal schedules, and then speaking of Christmas, I'm in White Christmas, which I cannot wait. I finally,
it's my love's favorite.
Oh, is it really?
Christmas show.
Well, I will. That ups the ante for me. I've got to. We've all got to put on such a great performance for Carrie, because I will say, you and Carrie and Graham and a handful of others, like no one supports the arts like you guys do.
Oh,
like, but not only just obviously you with the podcast, but how do you guys go to every single show? Like, I feel like all of your like free time and fun money is like used for the arts.
Yeah, people ask us, how we can live in 660 square foot. I always say, well, quite comfortably. We have everything we need, and we use that extra money then to do that.
Yeah,
we enjoy going out to eat. We enjoy going out to bars. We enjoy seeing quality entertainment, and so far, in this community, we've not been disappointed.
It really is such a
all over
special thing that we have here.
Yeah, it is.
Everybody's bringing their A game, and everybody's doing amazing. And I mean, it's incredible.
All right, so White Christmas.
Yeah, I can't wait.
What part are you playing?
I'm Phil. Which will be really, really fun. So
yes, it will be.
I'm super excited to work with Luke Tachi again, because he and I did Little Shop, and obviously the circumstances for him stepping into the role were a little bit different
that time.
Yes, but he's so humble. He'll never say this, but he has such a gift for everything performing, especially the actual physical act of performing. Everybody knows that he can write an unbelievable script and music, but when you get him on stage, I mean, he's amazing, and I love the sound of his voice. He's such a great singer, and I think not many people knew that or know that about him, because he's so prominent behind the scenes.
Well, and the other great skill he has is he apparently sleeps like 40 minutes a night.
I don't know how that
that everything that he puts together.
Yeah.
And puts together well.
Well, very important distinction.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Well, did you see, I mean, you were at the cabaret, like the number of videos that he put together, and like, it's like, holy cow.
And
like,
the museum beforehand?
Oh, yes. Yeah. The museum was so great. I think it was he and Haley and ATV had a real big hand in that. I know also Mary Ritter helped. The great Lily Satterley helped. I think Kelsey Nicholson as well. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. But yeah, that museum was amazing. Was so great. Did you see the life-size cutout of Betsy and Jess?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was so good. So great.
And the other thing I loved was the puke bag.
Yeah.
How to vomit.
Yeah.
It was classic stuff.
It really was. Yeah. It's what a special event that was.
No doubt about that.
But I hear that White Christmas is a very dance heavy show, so I'm excited to try and put some tap shoes on again. I haven't done a tap number since supper time in college when I was Snoopy and You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown, and that was the tap number choreographed by the great Anna Malcolm, it was so much fun. So I'm also incredibly intimidated, because like I'm up there with like some of the best dancers in Sioux Falls, like Emily Smith, like she can dance like crazy. Such a sweetheart too, great friend. I'm really excited to do that show, but before then, obviously, everybody knows Rocky Horror is happening.
That's right.
And I cannot wait to see that.
That'll be a fun one, no doubt.
Yep.
Back to it, we were just earlier, Carrie and I were going through the calendar, and there was something that we just noticed on Facebook, and can we? Oh, no.
Yeah, no.
We're going to Rocky Horror that night.
Yeah, and I purposefully like haven't asked any questions to my like about the show, like to my like friends who were in it, because like I want to be totally surprised, but I cannot wait. And the music alone in that is just so
that'll
great.
be good.
It's a banger.
Speaking of bangers, besides Vaughty's bangers and MASH playing anywhere soon?
Yeah, so actually at the end of the month, October 25th, we're going to be doing the Zombie Walk again.
Okay.
And I believe that is happening again at Remedy, I'm pretty sure. And so we played last year, and it was so much fun. And we're going to be playing there again. And so
fantastic. Yeah. All right. As a multi-time guest on this show, the end of the conversation question changes.
Sure.
The new one that I love to ask is, What's your spirit animal?
Oh, golden retriever. Absolutely.
Oh,
big floofy
that
golden
didn't
retriever.
take long at all.
Yeah, that I know that about myself. I am. I've been told by many people that I'm a big sweet golden retriever, and that's
very true.
Pretty quick.
Well, and they're loyal
and but I will have an important distinction. I am a golden retriever who smells great.
Oh my God. That might be the most I've laughed at something on this show. There's always something fun, and it's always a pleasure. And Simon Floss, my dear friend,
Dave,
man.
Thank you so much
Love
for having
you.
me. Love you too.
And great to have you on. And we'll be back to wrap up the Dave Holly Hour Plus in a moment.
145 over 92.
180 over 111. I had a heart attack and a cardiac arrest and then a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Lowering your high blood pressure could save you from a heart attack or stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Medical Association, and the Ad Council.
He's jazzed to the eyeballs. Once again, here's Dave Hawley. Crikey, mate.
Thanks again to my incredible guests, Oliver Mays, Hope Dunkle and India Johnson, and Simon Floss. This was India's first appearance on the show, but to find out when the others have been on in the past and what we chatted about, go to DaveHollyHour.com. All 293 episodes are available to you anytime you want to hear them. Thank you all for supporting local arts and for taking the time to download, listen, and share the show. I encourage you to go out and find your art. Find that art that you enjoy. Find the art you're interested in trying, and we'll see you in the arts. As the Sioux Falls Arts Council says, together we art. As Arts South Dakota says, home is where the art is. As I say, put some art in your heart. Remember, my name is Dave Holly, and for me, every day is a holiday.
The Dave Holly Hour has been brought to you by Trio Jazz Club, Sioux Falls' premier jazz club. Serendipity Studio Gallery and Gifts, Chasers Food and Spirits, Excel Chiropractic, Quality Nails, and the Sioux Falls Arts Council. Stay up to date on the show by following on Instagram and Facebook. All episodes available anytime at DaveHollyHour.com. The Dave Holly Hour is produced in the Dipsy Doodle Studios by Big D Entertainment.
Thanks for listening.